sentence them uh, to the so we have to begin to cut them gradually off the field of governance. So therefore, uh, it's a live stream. I have to confirm that on my channel on the on our side. Okay. So it's very slow for 2 3 seconds. So therefore, within that 2 3 seconds, it's 9 a.m. 8 minutes. Glory of the Lord and not from anyone. So anybody caught trying to get glory, which is not of man, which is of God, shall be witchcraft. They were counted as witches and wizards. So I got that live streaming, and then it's actually working fine. Too much pepper in the stew doesn't work. So this is a specific new beginning, the sixth day of the fifth week. And I talked about some various as I just run the life issues, then just three. There should not be such gaps should not be such gaps should not be. So I encourage you to upgrade its system or I shut it down. And then we we are not the people that do tiny things. No, we prepare for a whole planet and not for a small group of people. The capacity the capacity we have right now takes the whole world at a go, except those who are cursed consistently by me will never escape the curse. Don't take years, it is instant. And then to repair Lagos State, I I've noticed something that one person cannot be a forest, neither can a forest be without one certain individual or something. So You call yourself a forest and then you remove one thing that should be very important. The forest will not be. So right now, it's illegal that Majesty should complain of certain technical madness. We are not proud of them. We can't tell the people about the evil things they are doing towards people. So from there on, I count it illegal. None of you as old as 200 years, 400 years, then why do you get in time to engage yourselves in what the third article of the head government declare you all were stoned to death in prison 33 years. There's hundreds of them. Some will say somebody has itching ears, some will be ratching head, eyes, nose, mouth, just disgracing humanity. And I've not left P1. I've not left P1 to come on Ogun State House or Lagos State House of Assembly or Abuja Executive Council. I'm still at P1 here. If I catch you, normally your regrets is forever lasting. Your regrets forever and ever. Look at Google. Google can ask question. Google can take question. Google can use an individual photo to search hundreds of places that the video or the image is in just 1 minute. These are the tools that cop detectives and police they need. Many countries will have paid billions just to gather something, from one detective area. Something's become free, but as the acting site itself that can do that, you know, yet sluggish internet connection. So I'm here to announce to you today that paper money will be legal. Actually, from paper money remains illegal at least by December 31st. But I think December 13th, the new naira notes will be out. It's now what you don't need to waste your time. It's cancelled. And I'm putting signature right there. It's cancelled. So I wonder what I want to do with this. This is a card here. Everybody must carry one. In this card, there could be 1 zillion on it. There's a banking system at the Genesis mine. Any card that carries more than 1 million will be called from the headquarters. What are you doing with such a amount of money on your card? Say it's in your account. And they advise you to find another card that you can put up to 999 thousands of pounds for the card to be blocked because you cannot carry more than a million card. So you you have to you have to hijack any money that is more than a million to be inside the Mastercard to go straight to Genesis. Man, they will keep it for you anytime you need it. You request for it online, and you put it there, automatically taking over crypto account anywhere in the world. I would love to do it $1 million in my life. Where am I going? Any big business organization beyond the million, you, you go straight to the World Trade Center and make your trades. They will move the money for you. It's just very legal, uncalled for. These things make some criminals to hide huge amount of money in their banking system, and immediately it reflects in your bank. It reflects on the card you are holding. Then Genesis Mind will not let it reflect. Hundreds of people that are going straight to Jim Young King. Don't come to my palace. I don't need you here. You go where you need to go. And then this Friday, I'd already declared somewhere else about institution. I asked everybody to get a class. Uh, that's Friday, we'll talk about that. And those who had missed their case today, forget I have my own. I have my own institutions that can scratch your head very well wherever you are located. It's always Gideon. So, no matter minutes or seconds, the witches and wizards painting the colors black and white. There is time for tears, there's time for joy. So, is there time for tears? There time for joy had passed away. Let me now go to let me go to the headlines here and there. Probably have something waiting for us. Let me go to the World Presidency page. Scroll down. We have a full of messages. And full, and full, and full. That is here. Let's go here. Okay. To start and things, you will see that nuisance cannot describe. God already knew what is, whether dignitary or experts, somebody whose identity should be protected. Let's use the opportunity to talk to the NASA Marshall Space Flight Center at November 9th at exactly 9:55 p.m. And then image the NASA astronaut Jessica Watkin and Bob Haynes monitoring solid-less methods to grow plant in space. Those could be flowers, This could be vegetables, but what is mentioned here is to grow plants. It should have been vegetable. It should have been um, a specific name. You don't need to cover anything there. Let's know what plant it is. The people would like to understand what exactly that word. Yeah. Well, we say the ability to effectively produce fresh food in space will be critical for long duration NASA missions, including exploration mission. That's science. That's science. News. For you, such a graffiti, guys are still able to bring the light to the earth. We have here again expedition. Expedition 68 crew. 68 crew. I have not yet found a specific translation to expedition 68 crew. New November 2022 photos. International Space Station. Friends of NASA.org. We have SpaceWorks on the schedule this month for two astronauts and two cosmonauts. We have Casada and NASA flight engineers Rubio. Frank Rubio preparing for November 15th, and that should be 5 days from now. SpaceWorks to ready the orbiting labs for its third and fourth rollout solar arrays. That is Expedition 68 Crew Station Commander Sagi Prokopyev of Roscosmos, Russia. There are more to it. Maybe we should go on. So we have flight engineer Anna Kikina and Dmitry Petelin. Okay, we now have an urgent information about midwives have started voting on strikes. Yeah, at the General Hospital HQ Planets for the 366 days of holidays, right from the end of the 44th week to this 45th week. Now we're at 11/11/2022. I only received a call yesterday from the region where we have issues of health and midwifery. I want you all to let me have your names so that I can input it. I already secured a database system from the Union Bank or Western Union that can give you cash. If you need cash, give you cash. And then basically, you will not be able to go from ledgers across the world to settle the transfer of that currency. It doesn't go more than that. It all stop right there where paper money is illegal. So we'll not be using Western Union money transfer too much on dispensing dollar. We'll be asking the receiver to give us his or her legitimate electronic cards. We have about more than 5,000 varieties of them. The most leading one today of Genesis. Okay, so we have all of these midwives. We have many consults to actually partake in your strikes, despite they are running a daily routine to be paid for studying video read. We also have gyne. Okay, we also have pediatry. We have general nursing, and we have a whole lot of them. So it's going to be of a great pleasure to actually have that enter coming in so quickly. So join us, or you send your list there. My email is on Gmail. My email also is on Yahoo. You can search everywhere, find out the email, or you can put it on here. You can drop it here in the mail. You can as well get it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Basically, you can find it everywhere. Or you can write to Lieutenant General, Lagos Teaching University slash General Hospital at First General Hospital. We also have another one comment and said Kiev goes in for the key. Russia facing huge losses. That's not my problem. Go and solve that. We have education, science, and culture that we shall be into. It's our own science and education. It's our culture to always set our minds on things above. Okay, an international partnership of space engineers or agency rather provides and operates the elements of the International Space Station's ISS. The principles of the space agencies of the United States, probably Russia and Europe, Japan and Canada. The ISS has been the most politically complex space exploration program ever undertaken. If you want to learn more about the important research being operated on ISS, you can go to https forward slash www.nasa.gov slash ISS dash science. Uh, More credits to NASA Johnson Space Center, JSC. The image were dated to November 3rd. That is about 9, 10 days ago, 2023. International Space Station, NASA Johnson Space Center, NASA astronauts, Pokomok, Jazak, United States Office for Outer Space Affairs, International Astronautical Federation, Associations of Space Explorers, National Space Society, Space Generations Advisory Council, SCDS USA, SCDS Canada, UK Students for the Explorations and Development of Space, Canadian Space Society, US Department of State, CSIS Center for Strategic and International Studies, Atlantic Council, Council on Foreign Relations, Hudson Institution, Asia Society, Projects, Planning, Israel, and so much more. We have identify here Group 4 with, I think, Group 5 rather. I can see this Chinese guy here. And then the lady there, two men there. We all Mr. Mac. We spent 355 days up there. So here we've got to big it. We'll take selfies. We'll go to the parliament origination if we have anything done there. We still have something in general too. We have a crime at the 6 zone Abuja. And it's functioning. There's we have a salary, a token, which might cover all of other affairs, increases the salary from 100,000 pound to like 100 million dollars. And I think a million can be in account. And the rest of the 999 million or 9 million rather, maybe 99 million will be at Genesis. So as the money is removed, maybe you deducted the 100,000 in a seconds, it will be auto refilled. Then to give you a balance by mail from the Genesis. So even your budget cannot be in a specific single account. It's going to be somewhere Genesis. So as you demand for it, you'll be having balance going forward of already 1 million pound or whatever currency. Actually, should have stabilized a lot of Africans' national currency. There's no sense in an economy that is faulty to hide under devaluation of currency. It's not heard anywhere. It's an illegal pronunciation. Very, very wrong. Bill Gates led to solving issues such as the innovators, such as solving for zero emission, like really create that. Even electric vehicles can get on fire, and then even diesel engine, petrol, they cannot catch fire. Fire or emissions are things that occur when there's a wrong impression or there's an action going on or there's a conversion. If a moving, rubbing here and there could create the other form of emission. I don't know whether sexing issues also produce emission. You can smell your mom's ass. Maybe that is. I have been a huge fan of video lectures for decades. Yeah, it's a look at an excellent series from one drone. The takeaway: we need to get off fossil fuel as fast as we can. That's because idea, somebody's own idea, we actually could not get away from fossil fuel in 500 years from now because the capacity is a handful of people who can acquire that, achieve that, love that, but not everybody can because we now have electric trains existing here in London for more than 200 years now. We have electric rail train. Now, a lot of years ago, made them are now on magnets in Tokyo. A lot of them. So that magnet field itself does not rub, but maintain a force that floats it. That when it is plugged, you find it on more than 120 kilometer per second. Maybe you can slow it down. I don't know. It means I got the measurement of magnetic force are not up to 100%. Probably they are at 20 to 30%. Create a reason why the speed can be controlled. So all of that are what I and Bill Gates actually were looking into a little sample that the next generation can. But we cannot achieve anything if we cannot take over the cherubim and seraphim of mainland. We like to start with the Ark of Covenants that the Old Testament talks about a measurement of them, where the first motive carriers representing ox charts, dogs charts, and all forms of animal charting, including horses, all forms of animals, zebras, donkey, camels. Right now, we have confident cyber criminals. They are talking something and they are all wrong. This is why we put a whole PC made basically for this operation. So, can they get into it or they are running away? They should try not to disappear out of the planet because anywhere they are, they are now under arrest. I have here another matter come from a prominent social media influencer from Nigeria has been sentenced to 11 years in the federal prison for his role in operating a worldwide money laundering scheme. Actually, his name is a nickname, we all know him. Nigerian Instagram sentenced to 11 years for money laundering. And today, where the matter came up, now at reached 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Today is 11 and the month is 11. Then we have to pick one of the 11. And let's pick the month November. I cannot help him. So I will increase it from 11 years to a life sentence. If I try to call him out, whatever, he wouldn't come out because the witches and wizards must stop talking so that we can take a step forward. That is all. Another one here is a Challenger shuttle fragment found almost 37 years after the shuttle broke apart, shortly after lift off on the 28th day January 1986, claiming the lives of seven astronauts. We have here a Connecticut judge ruled that conspiracy theory Alex Jones must pay 473 million in punitive damage or damages for his defamatory claim that the 2012 Sandy Hook mass shooting was staged. And another one here where there are just handful of issues coming up here. In as the third has unveiled the first status of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, since her death. That is very beautiful. And then we have another one here that says Jennifer Aniston's open up about exploring IVF training for to get pregnant pregnant in the past. What did that got to do with my office? So we have you got to be very conscious of today so that you bring up what I need to hear. It's Friday. Court matter, justice matter. Today, as a military head of state, I go and sit down in one of the executive branch and head it. I think I'll be heading defense, navy, armed forces, and air force as well. Unknowingly, how can NATO stop terrorism? People had seen that Stoltenberg Jean is not a good secretary general of NATO. So I'll be removing him in a few days from now. The war in Ukraine and by Russia is not about a Cadillac that I will be able to purchase. Then I drive it around and the war stops. So I discovered that after I had, in fact, fined Putin 4 trillion. That is dissolved. Russian is now within a 4 million naira. It doesn't have any price tag, price control, the exact price you be sold there and then. No. So if you bring that to it, you destroy the whole thing. Make it no more sound anymore as business. This one is from CBS News. CBS News exists poll that shows that women compromised 52% of midterm voters, and then women stunts at the 2022 elections. Don't surprise Hillary Clinton, following along with the latest election update here. So, in turnout, women enjoy having human rights and we vote. I think we better take this matter from an aspect where it yields results and that the results can now be explained to the people why America had invested 8 hours, 8 hours into the GMT Nigeria time. We have three Americans. We have one African Nigerian, two African Nigerian, and then we have one United Britain, making six. So we chose to review the states of Abuja. Then we try to correct them. I was appointed to municipal that also have the Federal Executive Council and I think the Senate, the Rep, almost a setup of government. King George Bush, King Charles, and then King Muhammadu Buhari, King Bill Gates, Bill Gates, King Joe, and the whole members are six. So I suggest when the midterm election came in, the continent Africa and America they glue together. Then they pick somebody from the Europe Federation, which is from Britain, the King Charles III, and that created the reason where we have to suspend paper money and and fast track an economy, ban every banks all over the universe to operate in paper bill. I was suspecting that should be exactly December 31st when Nigeria want to sign a budget of 20 trillion, 21 billion, which I had seized in the first place or removed some, withdrew some to the polarized National Assembly, General National Assembly of the United Nations. So you cannot have a whole 20 trillion or 21 billion. It's not possible. So Zelensky open to peace talk. That is what is coming up now again. If Zelensky opens to peace talk, it must involve a car called Cadillac. This Cadillac is STS or STS 2008. And then it's so very, very interesting. So it's up to Zelensky to actually involve that in his peace talk. We can get it. In fact, that actually leads us to that actually leads us to a prince who now is our neighbor here to be called a king. I think his village is Ondo. And at Ondo, God had fixed Naomi. Naomi, the previous one of the consorts of the Oni of Ife, the Imperial Majesty. And I think if she's still hanging out with him, Naomi will not be able to win as Queen of Ondo. But between Naomi and the neighbor here and the Cadillac, which is with the neighbor, but I need the 4 million to acquire it. And I don't want to use my money. I want to be federal fund. And it ain't gonna be cash. It's just gonna be wired in that card, the Genesis card. So we look at how a 4 million will come to the loot. So will come to the general hospital to study nursing, maybe for 2 months, 3 months, I don't know, at least 2 year and a half to 3 year. And then we have started with trying to know whether the kind of financial balance, which if we are working on e-gold, that's theta gold, which is the currency of the planet, we would be able to settle disputes, pay salaries of teachers, be able to pay salaries of retirees, salaries of health workers, doctors. They are huge salaries, and then we'll be able to give strong meaning to hundreds of people who actually are not able to get themselves together from the area of low income. So there will be a lot of it issues, solving planetary issues. They are piled up on the states of like the measure of the Pentagon or the measure of the World Trade Center. So we continue to march forward. Indonesia plane, Indonesia plane, 40 transferred in. That's reported 65 times before fatal crash investigators. So it made me to remember again that Boluwabife, unlike the prince, the first governor of the Bank of the UK, also the psychiatry or the health chief, health chief of UK, the chief of health, like general health, NHS, all these issues. He sat there until the Bank of UK is built. Then I think it's resuming this evening or tomorrow. It should have been yesterday night. So we look at another issues coming up again. Is so 2 days ago, Nicole and Napu, man, first Native American woman from NASA in space. Congrats. Yes, she just gave me congruent there. It's not what you talk about too much. We have science that is more open, better funded, and more equipable is the science rather, the world needs. Uh, they will go through too much bomb me. They just want to know, tell you the reasons why paper money is purely illegal. Banning it right away. So that postponed to December 31st. But if I don't put right away in this public holiday, the money slow down. All dollars we have more than billions of $1 notes across the world. Pound, I think I would have said we'll be having £1,000 notes coming up. Israel pounds, sterling, shekel. All of them have been valued today because we've gone back to Genesis. And we must be able to understand that counting of this huge amount of money alone is stress. It's very stressful. It's very stressful. So go into the gateway, a window of opportunity. So therefore, I would like to round you up here. I've passed my messages. The man has been arrested for throwing egg at King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla in northern England. All right, it's up to them. Don't do that again. The person is also sentenced now to life imprisonment. Okay, so we have round up all that to round that up now. Let me see if I can get in this. Well, that is very, very interesting. Those are one of the matters that are ruling in this Friday, which I encourage the good news and the divisions here and there. I'm hearing something more like I want to spend 1 hour, now a few seconds to go. In these few seconds, let me admit with Ukraine, if you would put an end to your paper bill, I will forward to you the same amount you asked for. I wish you all happy Friday.